guys, I'm Sanchita from Gal Pals Unplugged podcast, and we have a fun collaboration today with Toastmasters Club of Pune. I'm here with Mr. Prasad Sowani, who's been leading the Toastmasters movement in Pune for about 30 years, and today we are here to celebrate 100 years of Toastmasters Club. Welcome, sir. How are you feeling?
Thank you very much. I'm feeling nice to be on Gal Pals Unplugged. The channel seems to be catching up really fast.
Learning from the best, sir. Also, a little more about Mr. Prasad. He has been leading he's led about 5,000 members, over 212 clubs in all over the country. He's apparently, from what I hear, a big cinephile. You love books, movies, and also a global traveler. I also heard that you speak a dozen of languages. So that's incredible, sir. You have an exceptional introduction and a profile. How did you come about Toastmasters? When did the movement start for you?
I was good in studies and I was a topper in maths at one time in entire Maharashtra. And I was good at languages as well, but that was as far as written communication is concerned. When it came to communicating with public in a large setting, I was nervous. And that is when I felt that I should join Toastmasters and search for it when I was in Singapore and went for a meeting, which happened to be the speech contest of that club. And I thought that they will invite me to speak in the contest, and I was scared. Luckily, that was not the case. The rules are different for contests.
Okay.
So I was a guest there. But on day one itself, that is 15 November 1994, I was compelled to join the movement.
Oh.
People asked me, will you join? And they told me the fee structure. And I felt it's expensive, but can I afford not to have it? And I straight away signed up and paid the fees and became a member on day one.
So you're almost older than how old I am. Your contribution to the movement is older than how I am. But that's lovely. Okay. So sir, tell me that embarrassing moment that made you realize that you need this, you need to join Toastmasters.
I was in college in Pune and I was the class representative or CR.
Yeah.
And I had to announce about a picnic to the entire class. And I was so scared to talk about even that I couldn't do it well at all. And there were girls in the class who were very beautiful, as pretty as you. But I couldn't speak in front of them. I couldn't even go and talk to them. And I felt that I need to learn public speaking.
Yeah.
And that is when the need was felt the first time.
Yeah.
There was no club in Pune at that time.
Yes.
But I started feeling the need while I was in college here.
So what challenges would you say you encountered when you started the movement, when you became the leader
First I became a leader in Singapore,
Oh.
where I became the club's president. And before that I was vice president membership, where my job was to recruit members.
Okay.
I led a club of 23 members, but it had 7 and paper members, and we had really 15 members who used to be attending regularly all the meetings.
Okay.
I thought of changing that, and I asked them to not renew unnecessarily for the sake of the club.
Yeah.
And we built the club from that 15 to 82 in that year.
Oh.
So we had challenges that I was a person who liked to challenge the establishment and do the unconventional things. So the club used to meet twice a month, and that was enough for 15 members. But as we grew to 82 in that single year, we started increasing the number of meetings per month from 2 to 3 to 4 to 6 to 8. So at the end of the year, we used to have 8 meetings every month, 2 per week of 3 hours each. That passionate we were. And these were the challenges that we had to give so much time. I was newly married, my wife was not happy at all, but we had to manage that still. I made her a member to mitigate that to some extent.
Oh wow. I would have thought you would have met her in Toastmasters or something.
No, I met her in India and I got married through the arranged marriage system.
Okay. Now that you've shared the difficult part, tell me a little funny moment or anything that you recall from your journey.
Okay, so I was crazy as a Toastmaster membership recruiter. I used to eat, talk, walk, sleep Toastmasters.
Okay.
So in Singapore, we have a concept of hawker center, similar to our malls where there are many stalls.
Yeah.
And you can sit anywhere and eat food from any stall. And anybody could share the table as well, because the tables are large,
Yeah.
of 6 persons, and there could be 2 or 3 and you go and sit there. So I used to target who can be a potential member and go and sit next to that person and start. And there were no phones that time, smartphones. So we used to talk. Hi, I'm Prasad. What are you?
Yeah.
Share cards and say, have you heard of Toastmasters?
Oh.
And by the end of that lunch or dinner, that person would have been invited to my club. He would attend and join.
Oh.
My friends used to joke that wherever Prasad goes, even if there is crowd, it becomes empty because people run away.
Or they become part of the
Or
club.
they become part of the club. And I recruited people even who sat next to me in bus, train, anywhere.
Wow, sir.
And once there was a fruit seller who did not understand English, I did not understand Chinese, but I still invited him. How? I don't know now. But he came to the meeting and saw.
Oh,
And my friend said, salute to you, you can invite a person who doesn't even speak English
Thank
to the
you.
meeting.
Oh, wow, lovely. So you said you started your journey in Singapore. So how did you bring glory to your part, your club in Singapore?
At that time, only 5 clubs in the entire world were awarded the title of President's Distinguished Club, which is the top course award. And no club from Singapore had ever done that till then. And my club was a weak club somewhere below the center part. We were 23 in Singapore and ours was 16th ranked in Singapore.
Oh.
So from that, we first thought of becoming top club in Singapore. Number one was that goal. While doing that, we added so many members and they all started giving speeches and earning awards, and it became a vibrant club where each meeting we used to have 50, 60, 80 members. Some members used to stand. That was the kind of crowd we could pull every Tuesday and every Saturday. And with that, we achieved whatever was the key result area of Toastmasters, and we were ranked number 5 in the entire world.
Oh.
We felt sad that we could have been number 1, but we learned that number 1 club was a club in a prison where the inmates used to speak twice a day.
Good.
We
Okay.
couldn't beat that.
So from Singapore to all around the world, now that we're here in Pune, how did you start the first club in Pune?
I had repatriated to India and my family had told me that no Toastmasters for 5 years because you spent so much time there. My parents-in-laws and wife got together and banned me from Toastmasters, starting Toastmasters movement here. So I focused on business. We had a son born and then I started with Toastmasters again.
Yes.
The first club was in TCS where we started in 2005. And then we started the first community club in 2007-8. Which is a very vibrant club today. This club has given birth to 20 more clubs subsequently by splitting itself. So that's how fast we have been. We have been through the journey where each moment was enjoyable because we learned all together and we grew together. In the process, I could transform the lives of many new members and make them good leaders. So tagline is Toastmasters, where leaders are made.
Yeah. Once, like you said, 2005 Pune started. So how did you lead the movement?
So we had a goal that Pune should have 100 clubs by 2020 and we started working towards that. So the first community club which was open for all was Toastmasters Club of Pune. And that club reached a strength of 60, 70. We split and formed a new club in Kothur, one in Magarpatta, one in central part of the city and so on. So as we added members and reached 50, 60, we split and formed a new club. And while doing that, we groomed new leaders. We gave them opportunity in the executive committee as vice president or secretary or something. And then we made presidents in the new club. And that is how we groomed leaders. We grew the movement. And today, Toastmasters Club of Pune has split itself 10 times, 12 times and formed those clubs. And we split it without a fight. Okay.
Oh, wow, incredible, sir. That's a very big movement and a lot of small clubs under you.
And we formed clubs in corporates, in companies, where
Yes.
we went and conducted demo meetings and then started the clubs. And that really grew faster. So today we have 90 plus clubs in Pune.
Yeah, I'm sure because corporate in Pune is a very big industry, so that will also be very fast growing for Toastmasters. Is that any different from the normal Toastmasters
The
we have?
difference is that only employees of that particular company are allowed to be members there, whereas a community club is open for all.
Okay, yes, but is the teaching any different or
No, the course content syllabus is same for Toastmasters across all the clubs.
Sir, I also heard that you're a global traveler. You've traveled to about 660 cities, 59 countries, and I'm sure you've attended Toastmasters all around the world. How has that experience been?
So whenever I went to a new city, I attended a meeting there. I tried to attend a meeting there if there is a club there. And I offered to train them. And since a person of my experience was rare for newer countries, newer markets for Toastmasters, they obviously liked the idea and asked me to train their club. And in turn, they hosted me for stay in some cases. And typically dinner where we crack jokes, we bond with fellowship. And they ask me some questions which they cannot ask in public. For example, recruiting members
Yeah.
and things like that. So share some secrets with them. And that is how I've helped the clubs grow in the world in many places.
So you have friends all across the world.
I have friends all over.
Yeah.
You tell me a city where you are and I'll guide you who can help
Exactly. Okay. Great. So, what tips would you share with our viewers who are willing to start their journey with Toastmasters, with speech improvement, all of that? How would you go about it?
The first thing that you can do is just join Toastmasters, which is the easiest option available for you in the market now. Cost effective, easy. We have 95 clubs in Pune, so it's very easy for everyone to do. And then start giving at least one speech a month. Otherwise, you won't improve. So give one speech a month, play some other role and learn from feedback and so on. And continue a journey where you complete at least one educational title every year.
Then, if you were 18, how would you go about this? When would you start? So how would you go?
Okay, I would start as soon as I'm 18, of course. And the other thing I would do is I love to challenge the status quo.
Yeah.
And I find that many youngsters today like to challenge the status quo as well. So I would connect with them because of that. And what I used to do is not changing everything, but changing something which can be made large. For example, my club had a dress code of formal. I didn't change that. But what I changed is the membership was 23. I made it 80. The club used to meet twice a month. I made it twice a week. So I grew in a different way where nobody was hurt, everyone was happy.
Yeah.
And the formal dress code continued. But we grew to such an extent that people started liking that part. So positive rebellion.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir, for joining me, the Gadpa's Unplugged podcast, for this beautiful collaboration. Congratulations on your 30 years, and I hope you have 30 more glorious years ahead of you. And big congratulations to Toastmasters as well on completing 100 years. I hope I can interview you again in another 30 years with a bigger Galpaz platform and a bigger Toastmasters platform as well.
I wish you good luck as well for growing your fan following many-fold.
We hope to. Thank you, sir. We're learning from the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.